Just want to do a compost update and how it's going. So I buried along the side, I buried a bunch of tomatoes the day before yesterday. They had either cracked or something was bad with them. I'm just going to dig them up, see what they look like after be about a day and a half. There's a line. Looks like that's a slice that would have been so I can't seem to find them at all. What I can find is everything that the wife put in yesterday. So yeah, that's how fast it decomposes. It's a day and a half. Obviously citruses take longer. You could see the rinds take a little bit longer. The pieces of corn from shucking corn take longer. Other than that, it's surprisingly really fast. You can see the soil it just barely sticks together. But you can't squeeze any water out of it. Leaves my hand slightly dirty but not wet by any means. And that's really about the perfect for no bugs. And this, I wish you guys could smell it. It just smells like incredibly good earth. There's no smell to it at all, even with all those chunks in there. So I was digging in there and definitely I can't find anything that I put in there, but everything that all this was, the wife put in last night. She always does it at night, right before you water at night. But I found I was like, what is this hard thing? It's a mango seed shell. And it's pretty tough. I think it's been in there a while. It's been a while since the kids had a mango. But the corn cobs definitely take, the longest. And so does a mango seed apparently. But this is how I do it. I pull everything off to one side, dig a trench down there, put all my scraps in there, then I'll throw it back on top. Just like that. And for the most part, I'm trying to make sure everything has at least a little cover of dirt on it. And give it a little water if it needs water. This right now, I'm not going to water. Especially because we actually might get a rainstorm. It is quite cloudy and thundering. So definitely no water for now. If it needs it tonight, we can. So this is our secondary bin that we just keep piling the greener stuff up on it a lot more and rotate it through. And this is, going to be next year. This is the, stuff we're going to use towards the end of this year, this fall and in the spring. And then this was a huge pile of dry leaves that had broken down really well. So I'm going to turn this over and let you see what's at the bottom. try to keep the greener stuff at the bottom. Old corn. A bunch of marigolds we had just were getting completely out of control, so I trimmed them really good yesterday. So a lot of that real green stuff is. I just try to make sure it's some kind of fluffy still. Air is the other real key to this. Lots of good air really helps. As you can see, there's actually, once you get down to the bottom, there's a ton of dirt that's really starting to turn into dirt now. Gonna do the leaves next. So these are just our leaves from that oak tree that was in the background earlier. These are all just from the fall. Like I said, it was all the way to the top when we started. But I also use them too along the way to cover up the top of the other compost bins. So yeah, so leave some more. I just really just shake them and just give it a mix. Let the air in there. It's really the thing. Let everything circulate. Where with these ones, you know, I really try to actually flip it. Grab everything at the bottom, get it up to the top. And yeah, so that's our compost. It's surprisingly really easy. And once you get it going, it's just unbelievable how fast it'll eat the food scraps you put in there. So this is how we propagate our strawberries, one of multiple different ways. One, we put a planter that's close enough by that goes to the other planter box and just let the runners go over and then push them down. Just use these little metal, just take a piece of wire and just bend a little loop just to hold it in there, otherwise they kind of will tend to pop out. The other way we do it is we set these down into water until the roots start growing, and we plant them. These I'm planting right now. I had these in a few different little things of water. Once all the roots start popping out, and pop them in just above, let me pick that up, just above the dirt. You don't want to go higher than here. So max that. If you go any higher, you'll end up killing it. So here's another one, bunch of strawberries. All the runners are coming down, just kind of forcing them into this little pot. Once again, another little pot, and here's doing the same thing, just another little pot. Put all the runners in there, and then once you get to all the roots have established, you clip off the runners. And then what we do for a few more days is we just set them off to the side, obviously keep them watered, and let the roots establish a little bit more and plant them. So that's how we propagate our strawberries 3 different ways.